Hey Libras, it's me Parker. Welcome to my channel. This is your reading for July 23rd to August 5th. And I am going to be doing the readings for 2 weeks out, just for the foreseeable future. I'll go back eventually, but for now they are for 2-week windows of time instead of one. Do you like my new background? I'm super excited. It's been a long time coming. Oh, interesting. The tower just flew out for you guys like a tower would. Major for Scorpio. We'll see what wants to come out for you guys. This deck, as I was prepping the decks for the readings today, it was like, this one's for Libra. It was very obvious. So let's see why. The Nightmare deck. What's up with Librans? The Tower. A tower moment, I'm gonna say for sure. What's up with Libra? Tower moments are big shakeups. They're typically depicted by like a big boom, like a bolt of lightning hitting a tower. There's the Tower again. I'm gonna pull it out. I want to clarify the Tower. There's a Queen of Swords underneath that, and your Major, the Empress. This might have to do with your mother. Getting a lot of maternal energy coming in the readings. Typically when I do the readings, they generally have a theme. Sometimes, not for all the readings, but a lot of them have a theme that the collective is working with. And this looks like this is the Queen of Swords, communication. The Empress, your Major, that's a maternal figure right there for sure. And this Queen in this deck specifically talks about compassion. But with the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles coming through, this is the home. It's things that are built up over time, like a business, a legacy, an inheritance, or like an estate. I'm not sure why I'm getting an estate, especially with a tower moment. It could be a looming tower moment, but we'll get into that. Or the family, the home. It's fruitful though, or just built up over time and shared with others. In this deck, the Tower, it is a shake-up moment, but in this deck particularly, it's kind of still. It's kind of a still tower. Kind of a still tower energy. AKA one that hasn't hit yet. One where the dust has settled. One that's impending. Not always, especially how that tower energy just flew out. But this would look like a shake-up in the home or a business. Home or business, your family, your home, particularly with a compassionate maternal, but it could be you because that is your Major. Let's talk about, I want to look at the Ten of Pentacles first. Let's look at the Ten of Pentacles, please, for Libra. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. What's up with this? Clarify, please. I'm kind of getting an abandonment of a Ten of Pentacles situation here, but I might be wrong on that. We'll see. I kind of saw that in the cards, and then it like kind of confirms. That looks like walking away. But we'll see what comes out. We'll do one more shuffle. Why the Ten of Pentacles for Libra? Please show me clearly. Ten of Pence. Success unfulfilled in a different card, no less. Yeah, interesting. Anything else for this Ten of Pentacles, please? Okay. Queen of Cups, the Hermit, Queen of Pentacles. A lot of Virgo energy coming through here. Someone could have a moon in earth placement. Material work. Somebody has put work into something and it's not quite panning out, or it hasn't panned out, or it's not going to pan out. And there's some introspection required there. So we have success unfulfilled. And this came out just after I was like, something feels like it's being abandoned. And that was abandoned success coming through. But this is success unfulfilled. It's not quite reaching the 10. This is the point in a Pentacles cycle, which is physical things, tangible things like a built home or a legacy or an estate, lifetime achievements or a business. This is the point in that cycle of completion where you look at it and you're like, will it get to this? And from this reading, it's kind of looking like somebody is really debating on whether it's going to get there, or they're coming to the realization that it's not. We have a Five of Pentacles and the moon underneath that, kind of going on behind the scenes. Someone definitely has a moon in earth placement for sure. You or someone else. Confirmation. Oh, the Seven of Pentacles. Again, yeah, that's considering it. Is this going to reach this successful 10? Is this successful? I'm not sure. It's this looming tower over here. Queen of Cups. That's an emotional queen as well. Water signs. It's also an intuitive queen. I want to pull more for this queen, but there's this Virgo. Someone has a Virgo placement, possibly with that moon sign. Queen of Cups. That's looking in the lantern, looking in the cup, really considering this. It also could be that something's not emotionally fulfilling, but this looks like hard work and payoff more so than that. But there is an emotional aspect here. Interesting. Abundance, yeah. Okay, so I want to look at why. It's very clear what these two are saying. This is like consideration or abandonment of a project, or like I said, a home or a business or something along those lines. Could be even a house too. Like you're buying a house or you bought a house and it's like, oh boy, this is not exactly what I thought it was going to be, or it's never going to get there, or I can't build a successful business this way, or a happy home with this person, something along those lines. Why the Queen of Cups though? That's very emotional. Someone could have Scorpio placements here as well. As I pulled Death. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. And I feel like that's the Tower. That's the Tower. Also could be the Tower is looming if like I do see that as the abandonment of this project, but it could also be a looming tower if investment has continued to pour into this. Do one more shuffle. Tell me about the Queen of Cups, please. The Queen of Cups. You may be considering having a child. There's a card here, like a stork. And I've never gotten that off that card before. But there is like a stork. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. This energy of like, I don't think this is going to pan out. It's like a doubtful, very doubtful energy surrounding this Ten of Pentacles. And with this Queen coming out with that stork energy, it might be like, I don't know if this has the foundation for me to support like bringing a child into this relationship. that maternal Empress energy. That's a lot. There's that Hermit energy again. The moon. Someone has a moon in Virgo placement. The Sun. Happy outcomes in that Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Sun is exactly how it sounds with happy outcomes. It's the happiest card in the deck. With that Queen of Cups, contemplating this outcome, whether the foundation is there to support emotional abundance as well. Tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. There is a patience coming off of this Queen. This Queen, especially with this compassionate Empress and Queen, this is specifically compassionate in this deck. This Queen may have been involved in this, and again, 10 of Pentacles don't happen overnight, they're built up over time, but she may have been involved, he or she, I'm just saying because it's a Queen, it doesn't have to be a woman, but this Queen may have been involved in this situation and is kind of starting to question or doubt whether that it has the capability to foster this emotionally satisfied outcome as well, happiness on every level. This also indicates children as well. Some of the queens in this reading or in this Libran energy, I'm seeing it as you guys, it could be someone around you too, are really questioning whether they can bring a child into this dynamic. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, have confidence in yourself, relationships develop to a new level, trust your intuition with the Moon, care for yourself and others, caring for yourself and others, yeah. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Sadness, the need to forgive yourself for others. There may have been a transgression here on the behalf of someone as well that made them so doubtful. You were this person, and they're kind of looking within to find the answer for this. Events behind the scenes, that to me is just this Queen looking in her cup, like success unfulfilled. We've come this far. I'm still not feeling fulfilled here emotionally. Self-discovery, there is a level of self-discovery here too. Interesting message. For some of you, you're questioning whether this is what you actually want, if you're ready for this, or you're getting kind of close to sealing the deal on this, or having this be built up to what it was supposed to be, and there's part of you that's calling, or you're having doubts about if this is what you really want. Six of Fire and Ace of Pentacles. Victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. The inflow of abundance. A promising business venture. Important documents or contracts. I see this very much so as this Queen is wondering if she will be more successful here or more abundant on every level if they go off into a new venture. If they abandon this 10 of Pentacles and start something new, go off into something new here. So let's look at the Tower. Because to me, the Tower, again, it's still. So to me, that for some of you, the Tower represents that looming feeling that's just like that self-discovery. There's a part of you that you haven't gotten to know and you don't feel ready, or it's coming up out of the woodwork where you're like, oh, I don't know if this is really what I want or what will bring me happiness, or I haven't finished exploring or getting to know myself or living my life to the fullest before I fully commit to this or am ready for this. That's the Tower for some of you. For some of you, the Tower is the internal contemplation of the fact that you've come this far in this cycle with someone, or within building this with others or for yourself. Typically the 10 of Pentacles is shared. That's why I say a business or a home, right? This looks like starting a family to me, but not for all of you. This is the looming, sitting in the Tower, looking down over all you've built, contemplating it to the fullest, the nth degree, right? And then for some of you, the tower, the impending tower, is just your action in all of this, whether you're going to continue to invest in this or you're going to go off. But I'm really feeling this call for you guys to go and do something new, or like that self-exploration. It could just be that that's all it is, and that's why there's dissatisfaction here, because there's an aspect of yourselves that goes unexplored at this point in time, right? And then also behind the scenes, some of you, fears that hold you back, some of you are really doubting the emotional capability of this situation to actually bring you happiness. And for a lot of you, that looks like bringing a child into the picture, or for some of you, there is some form of compassion and forgiveness that's coming in here with that compassionate Queen of Needles, and it showed on another card. I'm not sure where that fits in for you, but there is an element of that here. Tell me about the Tower for Libra. Queen to the King of Needles. There might be a conversation that's being ignored as well here. So you have the King and Queen of Swords. They're communicative cards, right? And this is coming out. Yeah, it just came out again. Yeah, we're getting repetitive messages now. So King to the Queen of Swords. This is that looming tower, that contemplation. Again, these cards are quite, we have an emotional ass queen over here, right? That's a lot of emotion. But where are the cups? Pentacles, Pentacles, Wands, which is action. Pentacles, Pentacles, Swords. There's no cups here. There is definitely some emotional dissatisfaction going on in this situation for this queen. For some, again, that just has to do with that level of self-discovery that's going unfulfilled. There's a self-journey that needs to be taken here. And for some, maybe this is like a very dry, like I'm getting now like a very emotionally dry energy, and it might be swelling up inside this queen, like this tower energy. But between these two, this could be business, communication between business partners, or within a contract. Could also be within the home, and there's communication needed between these two in this Ten of Pentacles. That's for some of you. For some of you, this is just, again, the rulers of thought and communication, thought, thinking, rationalizing this tower moment regarding investment in this Ten of Pentacles situation. Somebody might be very cold emotionally as well. The King, because this is a very compassionate Queen of Swords, but this is like a very, I don't know why I'm getting like Drogo from Game of Thrones, but not that he is like, to me, like particularly cold. Like he was like warm in his own way, but there's like a coldness or like a sterility almost with this king, or like not speaking much on their emotions, and there's communication needed. But they're like, this queen like wants a warm touch if this is a relationship, right? Again, there's wondering where that emotionally satisfied element is going to come in. And then illusionary success. There's an Emperor here as well. King of Wands. Loss in pleasure. Yeah. Loss in pleasure. Perfected. Yeah, very cold. Very, very cold, sterile energy coming through with this. We have perfected work. That's the Four of Pentacles. It quite often represents marriage. So a lot of you, this is a marriage, or consider you might be married to this person. And the missing piece is that child, or for some of you, it's not a child, it's emotional compatibility or satisfaction. Perfected work, right? This energy is very symmetrical. Yes, that's a strong foundation physically, but does it have what it takes to foster a loving environment for you, for your partnership, for your child? Within this business dynamic, is there room for creativity to foster and enjoyment in your day-to-day? Are you enjoying this? That's probably what I'll name this reading. Are you enjoying this? That's what this queen is wondering, that calling, right? King of Wands, loss and pleasure. A King of Wands, it's like the opposite energy. This one does, this one says. This person also might say what you want to hear, what they think people want to hear, but there's no action behind it. But the King of Wands is also a very desirable king. He's the king of fire. That's hot, that's driven, that's ambitious. So for some, I am getting there's a lack of action behind their words, but also this is desire. The Five of Cups, loneliness, but it says loss and pleasure, right? A loss of pleasure within this. It's not emotionally fulfilling to this queen. Emperor, a boss type. Emperor to the Empress, whether you're married or this is a boss or this is that controlling, sterile individual, man or woman. Could be your wife too. Could be your wife. It's just someone who's very controlled. And there's a stoic sternness to this Emperor specifically in this deck as well. This is a card of illusions. Again, for some, they don't follow through with their actions. For some, the illusionary success is looking for success on all levels, maybe even feeling duped, right? Or kind of wondering about where the cups come in, right? Where the cups come in. I want to pull one for this Emperor. Could there be more going on behind the scenes for this Emperor emotionally? Because he is offering something in his hand there. But illusionary success, is that what he's offering here? What does the Emperor have to offer in that ball there? Major for Aries. Ace of Fire, Five of Wands. Craving adventure. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. This to me is saying, and this looks differently, like I already talked about a few ways that this energy is presenting. That's something that only you can connect to, especially if you are this Emperor, right? And again, for some of you, there is a calling. If you're the stoic one or out of touch with your emotions or a wilder side is kind of what I'm getting, right? Like, look at this card. I know my focus isn't that great, but he's like adorned beautifully. He's got a beautiful scepter, a huge smile on his face, right? There's a wildness for some of you. There's like an untapped desire or adventure kind of brewing beneath the surface with this looming tower. Spend time in meditation. Meditation may provide answers. Allow more time, take a rest or a vacation. Some of you, this is just about work and it's become very sterile and unenjoyable because it's been perfected, or it's like, yeah, it's quite sterile. There's a loss of pleasure or desire or excitement, a loss of excitement here. If it's work, that's just like taking a step back. A vacation, even if that's you in this like stoic boss-like energy. If this has to do with your relationships, that is telling you that I don't want to say this and sound mean, but it's like, I know sometimes we get on the hamster wheel of tarot readings because it's like you feel that calling or you're unsure or you don't know what to do. I don't want to say lost, but kind of, and you're looking to tarot for answers. And this one to me immediately, for the queens that are wondering about this, there's two that I'm getting, is with the taking a rest or taking a vacation, allow more time. That to me is just screaming, let this Emperor show you. Let them show you through their words and actions whether they are capable of interjecting or contributing on an emotional level to this. Let them show you. For others, it's like with the tarot hamster wheel. It's, I can't tell you, it's within you in this hermit process, because you already know, or you have to figure it out, or you have to assimilate your desires in life with the situation that you're in. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement. Change your life now, underlying that burning energy that's kind of trying to take hold here. The King of Wands stepping on the scene, and then competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Either way, there is definitely a conversation needed between this king and queen here. Whether this is business, whether this is also, a conversation with yourself, being rational. Forgiveness is also key here as well. Forgiveness for yourself, whether that's getting back to yourself. And how sterile things have become. But if this looks like you and another person building this foundation for a legacy in life together, there's a conversation that needs to be had there. So I'm going to leave it at that, Libras. I wish you guys all the best in this. Until we meet again, take care.